Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the Adstow adventures on OMSI2 on ZZ9's Transport. It's that Sunday series where we go around this map driving all the routes in numerical order, and this time it's the 6A today. Why the 6A? Because that's what I felt like. Why not have a letter on the display? And we're going to do a round trip because the 6A and the 6, depending on which direction you go, do different things. And we're going to talk a bit about that as we get ready to go. And very quickly, here is our bus for today. The 6 and 6A are stagecoach routes, so we have a Stagecoach Trident. Why Trident? Because I love a good Trident. You know I love a good Trident. And this is number 18337. Can we close that? We don't need that open. It's not a school service. Didn't even realise that was fitted to this, but anyway. Close that because it's not a school service. We're going to take this on the 6A on a round trip now. I have a lovely Beachball livery, of course, and I'll put this into position. There's a 39 here. That is not a drivable route. It is going into stance 1 with a very tight turn. I wouldn't like to be the axles of that bus in that moment. But let's get this thing on. I'll put some side lights on, interior. Now, strangely enough,
audio working, September 15th, 2019.
It does that. There's no actual announcements, but something that I only discovered when I was sort of doing my first recording of this, first attempt at recording this yesterday, because I had an attempt at this, and I went the wrong way. So we're doing it again, and hopefully we don't go the wrong way. This does have PSVAIR compliance. Well, it's sort of prepared, but it doesn't actually have next stop announcements. But it has the displays working, which is cool. I didn't know that was actually a set file that could be used on this ALX400. It's probably something that's part of the enhancements in the SP display system support. Well, that's cool. It's a little hidden extra feature. I don't know how I didn't notice it before, but anyway. Let's go back into the position we like. Like I say, the 6A, let's take a look at our duty card real quick. So, the 6 and 6A, I've got two options. You either go via Waitrose or via Morrison's and Yellowtor Road. The 6A, what we're driving today, on the outbound journey to Langley roundabout, goes via Waitrose, as you can see. On the return journey, we go via Yellowtor Road and the Morrisons. The 6, however, does the opposite. When it's heading outbound, it goes via Morrison's and Yellowtor Road, and on the way back, it serves Waitrose. Now, last time I recorded this, I went the way of the 6 by mistake on the return journey, so we're going to try and not do that this time, because we don't want to do that. We don't want to do something that's not correct. There's a 16A with its lovely Falcon Connections livery. Perhaps the City Bus 400 doesn't quite make it look as good as, say, a Scania Enviro. Scania Enviro MMC that you can have on the high-end AR list, but I've already discussed that, and we've just been blocked from seeing it. Still a very nice livery though, even on that bus, by a Beryllium on the Shopper Hopper. So there goes that. With that said, I think we should get on to stand and just get going, because we've got a round trip to do. It's only an 18-minute journey each way, which is also why we're doing a round trip. And like I say, in the same vein that I said at the start of the last video, things like the 6, which is obviously a variation. I mean, the 6A is technically the variation, but variations of routes will be done towards the end of the series, so that's where you'll get the 6. And the 6B as well. The 6B is slightly different. It's sort of a peak time thing that does something different, but we'll worry about that at another time. For now though, it's 6A time, so let's do this. And if I remember right, it's all loaded within the 6 file on the display, and it is 6A to Langley. Got anyone getting on yet? 2 people getting on. Langley via Oaklands Drive, 6A. 24 goes to Adstow via Langley. Are you... oh no, you didn't crash. I thought you might have done there for a second. We're just about perfectly lined up with the fence, which is nice. There's enough room for the wheelchair ramp to get down, so that's sort of the important thing. The wheelchair ramp on this thing work? No, it doesn't. It's unfortunate. Someone just boarded the Shopper Hopper, I think. I think it's about to leave. And we're already on stand. Slightly awkward. Let's move the time forward slightly. We'll put it to 20 seconds to go. See if anyone else wants to board our 6A. And it looks like we're probably not going to have any boarding, unfortunately. Let's get the bus all set and ready to go, because we don't know how good the timings are going to be on this. We might struggle or we might not. But ready to go. Hopefully nothing shows up behind us while we're reversing. I think we're just about going to be okay. Alright, here we go. So we're going round to the left this time. Last time we went on the only route that goes right out the bus station, so now we are going to do what all of them do, which is go left. All of the others do anyway. Are you going to let me out, or are you going to keep going? You're going to let me out. We need very generous AI traffic at this exit here. You would not expect that from OMSI AI, let me tell you that right now. Slightly wide on the swing, but there's nothing coming, so I'll just make sure I'm over quickly. We're going round to the right, we're still following the others marker. And looks like we've got a bunch of people getting on here. Let's just make sure we're all the way in. Alright, everybody on.
Hello.
Who wishes to join me on the 6A?
Hello, mate.
Hello.
More. You almost missed it. Something interesting I noticed while sort of installing the map. The 6B, that little peak time service, right? It's listed in... Didn't release the kneeling, that was a problem. Oh. Something there that I'm just clipping, I don't know what it is. Might just be the rear wheel in the curb, I don't know.
Hello.
Yeah, something interesting about the 6B. The timetable for it is muddled in with the 24. So you've got 3 duties that are on the 24, and then you've got your 2, I think, on the peak time 6Bs. But strangely enough, in the timetable trip files, the 6B files have the number 24A on them. So I think there's been a renumbering at some point, and it was initially planned to be called the 24A, which is an interesting little thing that you only see when you look through the files. And another thing, the 6 goes into the station on this run, we go into the station on the way back. There's another little variation. Here we have a port for park and ride. Another nice dedicated livery. I like the blues on that. When we get to some of these dedicated liveries, I probably will take them on the route, because obviously I'd want to showcase some of these liveries as well. A lot of them are on the enviros, which is good, because I found a few problems with the master switch off. There's another reference, by the way, Chili builds. Callum Chili, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Did a load of first repaints at some point a while back. That I know for certain. I'm sure there's other things he's done as well, but I can't remember off the top of my head immediately, because I'm not up on all of the OMSI community contributions and stuff. There's obviously some things I know, but not all of them, of course. Adstow Ferry. We need to go into the left lane. It does mean we don't have to worry about traffic lights, we can just keep going, although they're green anyway, so like, you know. There's a shopper hopper from Beryllium. I have to say, I do also like the reds I used on the standard Beryllium livery. Colstead Road. .2 minutes late, we'll have to try and make that time up. Hopefully we'll be able to. It's not going to help if everyone's taken an age to get off.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I'm just going to have to get going. Sit tight. Right, here we go. If you're wondering why I'm not taking a screenshot, it's because I did it when I sort of did the failed attempt yesterday, so I don't need to take one today, because I can just use that screenshot. The joys of failed attempts, you don't need to stop awkwardly to take a screenshot. Have some revs, because why not? Woodchurch Lane is our next stop. Stagecoach depot is just up here. Don't need to indicate, but I'm doing it anyway because I already pressed it, so I'm not going to unpress it. You don't need to indicate, but better to indicate when you don't need to indicate if it's not a junction that you're passing. Okay, I kind of got that wrong, but you know what I'm trying to say. If you're making a turn that doesn't require indicating, and there's no ambiguity that can be created by indicating, then there's no problem if you do. But if you make a turn that does need indicating and you don't, then there's potential problems. That's what I was trying to say. But unfortunately you can't say that in a simple way without there being ways that it could be disputed. Validly so. I don't know what I'm saying. Trident revs. Here's where we get our diversion. Well, not our diversion, but our variation. This one goes for Cumdean Hill instead of Yellow Tor Road. 4 minutes late. We're going to have to put the foot down a little bit here. What? We don't get much layover at the other end.
Hello there.
Hi.
Rev, rev, rev. On, the bus is eager to go. Let's get boarded. Let's go. Hope no one's going up the stairs right now. It might be a bit awkward. We've got time to make up. Let's go. Cut the corner there. I was going to say the awkward retros. Something there. Oh, there's something on what I believe is probably something. Probably a 60, is it? What is that? Oh no, it's a 6. It's the inbound 6. That makes sense because, like I say, that's where that goes in that direction.
Hi.
Oh, we've not got many getting on and off, to be fair. I thought we'd had more. So now it's time to use a turning circle. There's Waitrose. There's a rather invisible speed bump there as you go over the entrance of the turning circle. Fortunately, it's a very easy turning circle to navigate. Nothing coming out of the car park, so we just get going. We go over to the right. All the way over to the right. Longview Road. Now later on in this run there's going to be some very interesting hills on a lot of speed bumps to navigate. So that's probably going to cost us time, so we really need to make time up now while we can. Fortunately we have revs on our side. And a very clear road today as well. Do I even need to brake? Okay, slightly. Slightly, not much.
Morning, sweetie. Oh, hello. Hi,
Now let's see here. When we release the handbrake, does it roll back? Ooh, quite a lot. Best catch it before it hits the car behind. Go on, Trident. Show some of that good Trident power. There you go. Again, I'm indicating when I don't need to, but there's no ambiguity, so it doesn't make much of a difference really, does it? Bathley Road? Again, at this point we're still sort of on that variation. Won't meet up with the 6 that heads this way until very close to the end, I believe. Right, we're entering the part with all the hills and speed bumps. Oh, come on, game. Come on, game. The view over there. That's one of the things I really, really love about this map, is that there's a lot of places where I think you can get really cool screenshots. Like I said last time, yes, there's a few little things that need work and the optimization could maybe be improved. But there is so much to really like about this map. Although that's a bit silly. I mean, they're living on another plane of existence, but do they need to really be? It's a bit, I don't know how that happens, but that's perhaps a little bit silly. Take advantage of all the bits where there's no speed bumps. Maybe slightly too fast around? To be fair, I don't think it's that fast around that corner. Gonna try and hit these speed bumps perfectly so we can carry as much speed as we can. Now here's a big hill. Okay, sorry everyone, there was more speed than I thought there. Not to worry, although we are a bit late now. We really do need to make up time, but there's so many speed bumps. How can I make up time in conditions like this, and when everyone's taking forever to get off as well? I should have taken a Studio Polygon bus, no one hangs around with it. Well, this does have Studio Polygon displays, so there you go. Sorry, I'm doing my best with the speed bumps, just have to bear with. There's parked cars to negotiate as well. Got to try and not crash into those. I'm sure you understand how important that is. I pretty much do just crash into that van. If I'm correct, this is where we rejoin. You letting me out? What are you doing? Bunch of things going on here. Right, they're turning, so I'm going to use this advantage to pull out in front of that one that stopped. There we go. Slightly close to the curb, but it's fine. Didn't hear any crunching, so we didn't hit anything. That's definitely how that works, yep. 2.6 minutes, come on. Right, gonna have to absolutely go for this now. But we've got a big hill that's gonna prevent that. Oh no, here's where we rejoin with the regular run-in. Oh, come on, bus. Oh, come on, this is just painful. Yeah, here's where we rejoin with the other directions of the 6 and 6A. Because the terminus is coming up. Langley roundabout terminus is literally just up ahead. I thought that was going to be a more suboptimal situation than it was, but we'll get a couple of minutes of layover at least. So we'll still be able to depart on time. Make it round the Langley roundabout itself, and then we'll be good. Yeah, timekeeping can be a bit of a struggle. Oh, that's an absolute catastrophe right at the end. I've had a last minute catastrophe. Give the engine a breather. And here we are, everyone's getting off. We have made it to the end of the first part of our journey. But what is that? Oh, it's a leaf. But of course we've got to head back now as well. Let's not forget the heading back journey. Here is our lovely bustle at the terminus. The bus performed pretty well. Struggled a little with the hills, but sometimes that just happens. But we've got a moment now, just to pause and reflect on that run before we head back and hope that I don't take the wrong turn again. You don't want to do that, because that just doesn't work. This Beachball livery, I believe, comes with the ALX400 enhancement pack. This is the Chloe enhanced one, obviously, because otherwise you wouldn't have those next stop displays and the lovely Studio Polygon displays outside as well. I believe this livery does come with the bus among a few other versions of it to indicate like different sort of styles of the beach ball on the sides and different positions of the front logo. Like you got some that are up here, you got some that are on the blue just below. I think this thing is a set VAR, I want to say. I hope it is anyway. I don't remember having it on the bus when I did the failed attempt yesterday though. That's the thing. The thing that sort of got me a bit confused. I don't remember having it on the bus yesterday. Anyway, 0.8 minutes to go. I suppose we should probably switch the display out. So we want... Oh, hang on. What's happened there? Why have we only got the 6B now? Hold on. The controller's being silly. Right, we'll have to just briefly set that. But then what we'll do is that. Town centre via Yellow Tour Road. There we go.
What?
And we are ready to go. We've only got a couple of people on, so we'll see how busy this service might get. Might get busy, it might not. Remember to raise the suspension. Let's head back and see what we see. If I'm not mistaken, there will be at least one more as yet unseen in my videos OMSI creator reference to see along the way. Can't remember exactly where it is, but I'm pretty sure it's this route, because I don't remember being before. I have to immediately remember we go this way. This is where I made the mistake before, and we haven't made the mistake this time, so we're already doing better than before. Although we did kind of overshoot that stop by quite a margin. But hey, at least we're still kind of on time. That won't last. Another big hill for this bus to climb. There we go. Come on, bus, you can do it. Burton Road is next. Come on. Hold it, hold it. There you go. Three more to get on, and we've managed to lose 0.3 of a minute. Blame the hill. What we'll do is we'll go fast on the downhill stretch, and that'll sort it. This is an indication we don't need to do, but we're doing it anyway. Let's not have any disasters as we go around here. Might have clipped the curb slightly. Whoop. Watch out for the cars and the other cars.
Hello, mate.
Hello, hello. For fast acceleration, which we always love. It says slow, what we're doing is not that. Yellow Tower Road Surgery.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, hello. We've got another big hill to climb when we go for the Morrisons. No, we don't need to do that. You look like you were considering it, but then you just went left, so whatever. No road markings on this section. Quite interesting. Here we have some really tricky speed bumps, so these are really steep. And also very short as well, so it's not helpful in many degrees. And there's two sets of them as well, because of course there's going to be two sets of them. Take it easy. Crashing over them like we were before on the outbound journey. Now then, I believe we're just going straight on at this roundabout, aren't we? Where's my route markers gone? That kind of looks like not somewhere to go, so we will go straight on. My route markers have disappeared though. It's not ideal. I mean, an AI car just disappeared there, so we're definitely not going that way. The 6A and the school run 906 go this way, interestingly. Oh, there is a primary school, so that would make sense there's a school service that goes this way. There's a primary school, so there'd be a school bus. This is the hill up towards the Morrisons, if I'm not mistaken. We've got a green, but we're going to have to just wait for a couple of cars to go by. Someone else getting off, I hear movement. Alright, let's head up towards the Morrison, served by this route, and I think the 24, and maybe the 906 as well. A bit of a bouncy road, isn't it? Okay, the 6B and the 906 just passed by, but it's the 66A and 24 that call here. Speaking of the 24, there's a shopper hopper right in front of us. I'd zoom in to see what it is, but I don't want to be late. Don't want to miss the light. It is 60. It is, oh, it's one of those. It's a plate with those two numbers on it. I'm not going to say those two numbers for obvious reasons, as we're not making or hinting at that reference, except for the fact that I have just hinted at it by saying those very words and phrases of which I have just spoken. Let's get to Morrison's, shall we? We're slightly behind schedule. I might have missed the branding on the Waitrose, but it's certainly a lot more obvious in the Morrisons. I didn't see any on the Waitrose building. Round and round we go. Take out the sign. Okay, we've got time to make up, but we've got a big hill to go down, so that should be kind of easy, I guess. Once everyone loads up.
Hello there.
Hello, hello.
Good day, driver.
Good day, good day. Right, here we go. Let's see here. We can go for it. There is some passing vehicles, but we should have enough space. There's another 24 to be fair. Not a branded one. I do kind of like that choice of allocation in the AI list, to be fair. But not every bus on the route is one of the branded ones for it. There is a couple little variations here and there. Just means you've got a bit more variety in what to expect on a route. Like if you go on, say, the 24, it's not all going to be the green ones, there's going to be some different ones around. Go around here. Go. Still got time to make up, but we're going to make this light because I say we're going to make it. That actually wasn't even close, so that's fine. That Ford Focus is a well forwarded line. Just take the easy route and go bounce over the centre. Nothing on the mini roundabout anyway, so might as well. We do kind of have to go immediately. I wouldn't like to try and keep timekeeping. Try and keep time on these routes with ticket selling on. Can't imagine that would be particularly straightforward by any means, if even at all possible. Like, as we know, I don't run with ticket selling. You would have seen by now if I had. Slow down. Here we are at the other stops at Coomdene Hill, so this is where we rejoin with the other direction. Again. But there is still further variation to come, because obviously we go into the railway station and approach... we approach the bus station from the other end? I can't remember. I don't think it matters. Here's something. What is this? It's a 6. The bus fan out display was working super well. Woodchurch Lane. The Stagecoach depot exists again. Tesco fuel with some, I guess, German signs on it for some reason. I mean, why not, I guess. Stagecoach again. Let's get the speed back up. Oh, that was a curb. Whoops. Well, it had to happen at least once, didn't it? In our quest to make up time. Ferry Road. It's a local liveried bus. Back along the seafront. Something over there. Is that a boat? It is a boat. There's also a beryllium. A decker on a shopper hopper. How very entertaining for those passengers. A lot more capacity there. And we've been blocked by a 101. An unbranded Portford Park and Ride. Of course it's the unbranded one that trolls us. We don't have anyone getting off or on, so we can continue. Didn't know if anyone was getting on, you see. Nope. That's better. Ferrygate Meadow. That's what you call ignoring a mini roundabout. So we have to sort of bounce over it a bit. So we do have to slow down slightly, unlike that vehicle. Block this junction, but it's just got some coaches parked in it. Some Plaxton profiles or Panther ones or something like that. I think are more likely to be profiles or Paragons or something like that. Give way to buses. That's seriously spelled buses with 2 S's. That's not ideal. Right, are we like going to go or? Can we do going? Is that going to be in the list of things we can do? We're at the mercy now of this 101 as to how late we end up arriving in. Try and get in the stops so that we're not obstructing traffic. Just about sort of have. They're not very comfortable with it. Right, you go away 101 so I can do my own thing.
Hello? Are you driving?
Alright, all the traffic got through, so that's okay. Let's continue. I think next stop's going to be the station. And it is. Oh, the 101's going there as well. Great. without hitting the curbs. Oh, it wasn't even that close. I thought that was one of the tight ones. Let me guess the 101's going to be right there. Ah, but fortunately it's leaving. Right, everybody on and off, let's go. Got another turning circle. This is a tighter turning circle. This one's quite difficult because it's got that island in the middle, which is quite awkward, to be honest. But I suppose it gives a little element of challenge to the driving, and that person just disappeared. OMSI passengers disappearing. Just another normal day. That's tight, almost caught the curb actually. There's another 101. Branded one this time. It's behind us, so it can't cause problems. I see a beryllium. Rail replacement. What's next? Hillside view. Go not far off the end of the run, to be honest. If my memory serves me right, though, there is something I want to make sure I point out before we reach the end, though. I'm hoping it is along this way, but it might not be. Maybe it was on the 4 and I've completely missed it. Yeah, I must have missed it, or it's on the 4. There's another reference. Oh well, I'll have to keep an eye out for it on a future run. Slow, 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 slow. I think I'm inside that Ford Focus slightly. That's not quite how that should have been worded. Lily's and restaurant. So what's it? What's the restaurant connected to then? I don't understand. Some tires. There's a quick fit. Oh, we love. Where? What are you? Oh, okay. Both goes that way. Okay. There goes. There's a 101. There's a timing point. The 99 just pulling in. There's a not 24 on the shopper hopper there. That's like a 26, I want to say. Strange allocation. I didn't even know that existed. We've got a beryllium park and ride static now, I think. Oh no, that's a stagecoach. It just had beryllium-like colours. Got beryllium reserving a... Okay, that almost went badly wrong. Brakes just decided not to brake, so we had to kind of do a bit of an emergency stop. Right, that was a bit of an entertaining... Oh. It did still go wrong. Sorry everyone. Let's just... Let's just do that, shall we? Yep, that's close enough. So that's the end of the 6A. Let me just put the blind to not in service so no one gets on. Alright, well that was a bit of an entertaining finish, but thank you all so much as always for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one on the 6A. Might do the 6 at the end of the series, even though it's just the same thing but the opposite way around in terms of which way we go. I'll have to think about it. There's some hills that might be entertaining depending on the bus that we take. But with that all said, we've done it and we've not gone the wrong way. Next up, I believe, will be the 16A. I'll need to decide which way I take that. Do we take it from the bus station out to Castleton? Or do we take it from Castleton back here into Adstow? But with that all said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. You know what to do if you have. Everyone says it all the time, and I say everyone says it all the time. So surely it's obvious by now. But with that being said, thank you once again. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll see you for the next video, whatever that may be, and hopefully next Sunday for the next episode of Adstow Adventures. See you next time.